Around 6,000 pedestrians were killed by motor vehicles in the United States in 2017. That's the highest number of fatalities since 1990. In contrast, overall traffic deaths have declined year over year. As cars are getting safer for passengers, more pedestrians are dying. And experts say there's one clear culprit. A 2018 study by the Governor's Highway Safety Association examined data from 50 U.S. states and revealed some alarming statistics. If you look at this upward trend in pedestrian deaths, it coincides fairly directly with increased smartphone use. But the study points out that this is only a correlation and that there's no definitive link. It's often hard for police investigators to tell whether a device was being used at the moment of impact. According to experts, the increase in pedestrian fatalities has a few more likely causes. First, more Americans are walking. As rapid urbanization increases, more people are relying on public transit and old-fashioned walking to get around. The problem is that many American cities came of age in the era of the car. Therefore, they were designed for the car, not for people. The connection is clear. More pedestrians are sharing the road with 3,000-pound metal machines, and more are dying. Take a look at this Manhattan intersection between Spring and Broadway. Between 2013 and 2018, over 1,000 people were injured and 10 died here. Despite crosswalks, the sheer number of pedestrians and cars is a recipe for disaster. But the uptick in walking doesn't quite match the fatality rate. The study points to a more likely culprit, the SUV. 2018 data revealed that trucks outsold cars for the 6th straight year, jumping nearly 8% year over year to a 69.2% market share. While most pedestrian fatalities were still a result of crashes with pedestrian cars, the rate of pedestrian fatalities caused by SUVs is increasing at a faster rate. This is because pedestrians struck by an SUV are more than twice as likely to die as pedestrians struck by a passenger car. The features that make SUVs safer for vehicle occupants are what makes them more dangerous for pedestrians. The sheer size of SUVs creates larger blind spots, creating a higher risk for pedestrians and cyclists nearby. But it's not just the size that makes SUVs dangerous. It's also how they're designed. SUVs are engineered to be tall and flat. A pedestrian struck by an SUV is more likely to be hit in the chest or head, thus increasing their chances of being seriously injured or killed. Take a look at this diagram. The person's rib cage and their essential organs are right at the top of the front end, the main point of contact. Higher clearance means victims are more likely to be trapped underneath the carriage instead of falling over the hood or to the side. The technology to prevent or mitigate collisions with pedestrians does exist, but many automakers oppose their inclusion in vehicle design. Automatic crash avoidance and emergency braking systems are available in many makes and models. And the technology works. In a 2019 test conducted by the IIHS, 9 of 11 small SUVs evaluated earn an advanced or superior rating for their pedestrian crash prevention. Features like this are standard in Europe as part of a pedestrian safety initiative, but these systems are not required by law in the United States, and instead are only available in optional packages. American regulators considered adopting similar pedestrian safety goals years ago, but automakers have resisted. The agency never made clear its reasons for abandoning the idea, but the motivation for it likely faded as pedestrian fatalities continue to drop on their own. It's pretty clear that American SUVs are not being designed with pedestrian safety in mind. And U.S. officials and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration have been reluctant to make and enforce any regulations in the past decade. The inherent dangers that the front end of SUVs pose to pedestrians isn't going to change anytime soon. And as more and more Americans choose light trucks over passenger cars, you can expect the number of deaths caused by SUVs to increase. Make sure you like this video, click subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell for post notifications. See you next time.